Hey guys, I'm B. I'm one of the summer ambassadors for Live a Great Story, and I just wanted to take some time to share with you what Live a Great Story means to me and how it came to be in my life. Because it was this really kind of great serendipitous thing. It appeared when I needed it, and it's been really a kind of driving core of what I'm looking for in life. Um, so basically, a little backstory. I am not somebody who fits in a box. It sounds weird, but truly, I've always kind of done my own thing. And as my mom says, I've marched to the beat of my own drum. And I have tried very hard for many years to fit myself in this expectation of what life should be or what I should be doing, shouldn't be doing. Um, I don't even know where the expectation came from. I could not tell you, from myself, from society, from something. I don't know. I just assumed. Assumed there was this natural progression to life and you had to do these things to be happy, and you had to, this is what it looked like when you were an adult and you were, you go to school and you have a career and you have a family and you have a house and you have these things. And those are the keys. You've got to hit all of these marks. And so I worked really hard to do that, to check all these boxes and to look really good on paper, because I fit all these things and I had a career and I was doing something I loved. I started out, I'm a social worker, clinical social worker, so I do therapy for mental health. And I started out working with people and then worked my way up and ended up in the corporate world. And still something was missing. And I didn't know what it was. There was just something that wasn't feeling fulfilling. And there are some people who checking those boxes and having those things and all of that is fulfilling to them, and that's awesome. And I think there's something for everybody, and I'm glad that there are people that works for, but for me it just wasn't hitting the mark. Something was missing. So a few years ago I decided to make a bucket list, and as I made the list I started thinking about, it was so easy to say someday. Someday I'll do this, someday I'll do that. There's these places I want to travel to, these things that I want to do, experience I want to gain, and someday I'll find the time for it. I just don't have time now because of this, then this, or I just can't make the finances work because of these things, or whatever excuses came up. And then I thought, well, so many people do that. How many of us just say someday? Someday I'll do this, someday I'll do that. And why someday? And why wait? What if I never get to it, and then will I regret it? So I decided I didn't want that. I didn't want to regret not taking, the time to do these things. So I started chipping away at it. And it was things like places I wanted to travel, things I wanted to do. I took a class and learned how to metalsmith, make jewelry. I learned how to skydive. I went to flight school and learned how to jump out of a plane on my own. I traveled. I did a road trip. I went places. I went hiking and went out into the woods, and I did sports that I wanted to try. And one of the things on my list was I wanted to teach yoga. I have done yoga and meditation since I was a teenager. It's been the one constant in my life. No matter what else has been going on, whether it was in work or school or running or lifting weights or what was happening in life, I always had these things that I could go back to that helped me. It made me feel good. It brought me to the moment, and it made me very mindful. And I love that. And I really wanted the opportunity someday to help others find that. So last fall, I had the opportunity to do a teacher training. And it just kind of happened. Like within a few days, I was talking about wanting to do it, and a friend said, hey, you should try this one. And I looked into it, and they were starting like the next week. And I contacted them and said, can we talk? And it ended up being a great fit. It was a wonderful training, and it really resonated with me and how I learn and how I teach. And it was this really great experience. At the same time, I had also planned a trip overseas. So during my teacher training, I took a couple of weeks and I went to Myanmar. which is in Southeast Asia. In case people aren't sure, it's used to be called Burma, so maybe that rings bells. But I really got to get out of my comfort zone and go experience in a whole different country and a whole different culture, and man, did it spark something. I loved it. I loved the country. I loved the people there. They were amazing. Even with a language barrier, you just had this connection with people, talking with them, and getting to see this place that is not my daily life, and getting to see these temples and buildings that have been there for centuries, and really experience it. I was so in the moment when I was there, and I loved it. And so I started thinking while I was there, well, what is it that's missing? Why do I feel so happy, so fulfilled here? And how do I take that? How do I capture that, whatever it is, and bring that home and feel happy? Because at that point, I was just so not happy. I was not enjoying the corporate life. I loved my staff. They were amazing, and I loved my coworkers, but it just wasn't totally clicking. There was something missing, and I was waking up more days than not dreading it. And I thought, my gosh, if I have to do this every single day, shouldn't this be something that I enjoy doing? Shouldn't this be something that overall makes me happy and I feel passionate about, and it's something I want to be spending my time in and investing in? And so when I came home, I decided that I wanted to leave the corporate life, and I wanted to leave all of the very stable, predictable, guaranteed things that I had, and take a jump and try something different. And while I waffled about it, somebody said to me, why can't you do that? What are you afraid of? I thought, well, I'm afraid of failing. And okay, well, what was worst case scenario if you fail? You go and you get another job. It'll be fine. You can work it out. And I thought, well, yeah, that's true. I am resourceful. I can figure things out, and why not? What's the worst? To me, it'd be far worse to not ever try it and regret it again. And I really, really did not want to have that. I didn't ever want to look back and go, why didn't I take a chance? Why didn't I take a chance of myself? And so I faced that fear, and I left my corporate job, and I went to work as a contractor, working for myself. And I now do therapy twice a week, and I teach yoga a few days a week, and it's amazing. And it's not stable, and it's not guaranteed, and people might not show up, and you may not have a full class, and there's no guarantee to anything. And that's part of what makes it so great, because you've got to put in blood, sweat, and tears, and you've got to work hard at it. So right after I took this jump, and things were really just building up and really shaky, I'd already planned a trip to Maui. And so I went on that. And while I was there, I was just so in it, because I thought, if I'm going, I'm going to experience it. I'm going to be fully there. And it was beautiful and amazing. The islands are just gorgeous. And so while I was there, I was scrolling through Instagram, and a friend posted just the logo. So just this little guy here, this Live a Great Story, and it's probably backwards, but that's the idea. And that's it. That's all I saw. And I just saw the words, and I thought, yes, that's it. That's what I want. I want to live a great story. I want to have this experience and be so in it and live it and do the things that I want to be doing. And that's exactly it. And so I screenshot it and I saved it, and I thought, okay, I'm going to look into that. When I get home, I want to see more about that. And so I did. And I looked into Live a Great Story and started reading the website, and just really felt a connection and felt this idea of there are other people out there who are like me, who have this idea that it's about the experiences and it's about the people, and I want that. And my philosophy in life is, if you can do it, why not be kind? Why not be compassionate? Why not help others? And why wait for someday? Why not do these things and have these experiences? And as a therapist, that's my job. My job is to be with people, and it's to be a witness for them and to hold space for them so they can work out what they need to work out. And same thing with teaching yoga. Your yoga, even if you come to a class, it's about you and your practice and what you're getting out of it in your mind and body. And as a teacher, you hold space for that and you facilitate that, and you help people find their path. And so in Live a Great Story, I've really found this amazing community and these other people who have that idea, that want to make a positive impact and want to experience life and want to do the things that they want to do and not put it off to someday, and to combine all of those things and make it this really amazing thing, and to not ever let fear hold you back. And to me, that's what it really means. Living a great story is not letting fear stop you from the things that you want to do and to experience, and embracing the unknown and embracing the uncertainty, and really fully feeling it and experiencing it, and then moving past it, because then you have these experiences that are indescribable, that without that veil of fear or worry or holding back or staying at arm's length, you're fully in it, and you really get to know what it is to connect with people and experiences. And so that's a little bit of my story, and that's what Live a Great Story means to me. And it came in at such a perfect time. I'm so glad that it did. And so go out there and live your story, and don't let the fear hold you back. And whatever that might be, maybe for you it is finding this perfect job. Maybe it is about connecting with people, or whatever it is. There's no right or wrong. I know what my story is, what felt fulfilling to me and what didn't click and what did, but that's me. That's my own story. So I hope that all of you get to do that too. I hope that you get to find your tribe and the people you connect with, that you talk to, and they're on your wavelength, and they get you and you get them, and you go, yeah, and they have that vibe, and it just feels wonderful, and you feel like you fit, and you feel like you have a community. And so tell your story, tell people about it, find me, tell me about it. I love to hear about it. I love it. Find others, share it, encourage others to do it, share a little positivity, a little bit of joy, because that's really what it's all about. You get back what you put out there. And so if you put in this positive vibe, and you are this, it's not all sunshine and roses, but if you come at it with that optimism and that positive experience, then you never know what that does for other people. You don't know what effect you have on other people, and you may never know. But I can't change the entire world, but I can change some people's worlds. And even if it's minor, I can help them feel connected, or encourage them to do the things that they want to do and to face their fears. And that's the most important thing. And so go out there, live your story, tell us all about it. I think it's awesome. I think you're awesome. And yeah, go have a great day. Bye.